Good day everyone. We're going to present about the product and brand strategy and new product development. So before that, let me introduce myself first. I am Florilyn Ablero with my co-reporters Marian D. Domingo, Angel Bola, and Princess Di Biarte. So, product strategy have four important factors. These are the product positioning, market vision, understanding the market, and product goals. So, what is the product strategy? Let's start with the straightforward definition of product strategy. Product strategy outlines how a product will support company strategy and business goals. Product strategy diverse as a guide for the team planning, developing, and taking a product from concept through a market release. A product strategy is the high-level plan describing what a business hopes to accomplish with the product and how it plans to do so. The product strategy should answer key questions such as who the product will serve, personas, who it will define thus persona, and the company goals for the product throughout its life cycle. So next, product positioning. Product positioning refers to the perception customer. How about the product? It is the relative term that describe customer perception of the product position in the market relative to rival product. It is the founded upon understanding how customer discriminate between alternative products and is considered the factor customer use in the making judgments or choices between products and the market being investigated. So these are the product positioning process. The first one is the know your target audience well. The second one, identify the product features. And the third one, create the selling proposition or USPS. Then the fourth one, never underestimate your competitors. And lastly, promote the benefits. So, let's proceed. What is marketing vision? A marketing vision is the clear statement of intention, objectives, and purpose that guides and inform the development of marketing plans and strategy. It distinguish the business from its competitors. It must be written and widely defined business strategies while providing an aspirational forward-looking perspective. Understanding market and customer. Understanding the market and customer are essential for the business. Why? To target their marketing efforts to right groups of customer is an effective market settings. By doing this, the business gains and competitive advantage, creates customer engagements, and thus promote long-standing relationship with the customer. One way organization can understand their markets and customer is through conducting market research and understanding customer behavior. So last, product goals. Product goals represent the translation of product vision into measurable and clear objectives. A product goal usually describes a problem you are trying to solve with your product. Goals are crucial because they drive you to carefully think through and plan your product development. So these are the 5 example steps to craft effective product goals. The first one is consider the product vision, user needs, and business goals. Beside your goal term, product vision, user needs, and business objective should inform your product goal. Thinking about this triad and variable helps to make sure you're building a product people want. Then the second one is explain what you want to achieve, not how. As we a good user story, product owner should not indicate how the team should achieve their goal. Then the third one is rather input in your draft goal. Once you have a draft product goals, see if there are more data or information to help improve. If you want to verify that it's the best objective for the given moment. Then the fourth one is make the goal measurable. The new Scrum Guide from 2022 does not say anything about the product goals metrics, but we recommend reconnecting the least some metrics to your product goal. This will make it measurable. Then lastly, inspire realistic ambition. Besides giving the team or target to work toward, the product goal should inspire a vision and motivate team members to push beyond what they through possible.
Brand strategy is the spearhead of the organization's competitive intentions. It carries the company or product name into the market and show how it is positioning itself to compete. It involved choices between having no brand name at all, so that the product is sold as a commodity, and the attempt to develop a distinctive brand name with a distinctive set of association and expectations. In latter case, there are further options. The product will be sold to another party for them to place their trademark or branding on it, or alternatively, the complete product or major components could be bought in and then company branded. There are more choices with the brand name itself, or should it have a mixed brand strategy with elements all of these approaches on one level? Such consideration might appear to be quite trivial. In any event, probably they will not be given the chance to buy because it would not gain sufficient acceptance by distributors. It might achieve limited distribution, but it may take a great deal of time to reach full national, let alone international distribution. The brand name itself is really a summary. It can stand for a great deal more. It can represent the sum of what people know about the product and its usefulness, quality, and availability. It can be surrounded with association, negative or positive. About how it can be used, where it can be used, and the occasion on which it's used. It can be symbolic and loaded with imagery about the kinds of people who use the brand. For some well-known brands, the few letters in their names can be triggers to wide-ranging perceptions. Focus groups can talk for hours with just a prompt of a few brand names. It is not just in a consumer market that this power of the brand name is apparent. Inspection of any trade magazines reveals its prevalence in all kinds of markets, and component makers now also attempt to ensure that their brand is evident in advertising and packaging. An example could be Nike's brand strategy, which focuses on inspirations, innovations, and empowerment through iconic marketing campaigns, partnership with athletes, and commitment to cutting-edge products development. Nike positions itself as a brand that transcends sports, resonating with a diverse and a global audience. This strategy has contributed to Nike's success and strong brand identity.
New product development. The framework outlined in Figure 1.9 emphasizes the importance of interactions and communications within and between functions and with the external environment, allowing for lateral communication to unleash creativity. This framework highlights the need for both diversity and commonality to facilitate effective internal communications. The book aims to illustrate the interconnections between innovations management and new product development. Viewing them as two sides of the same coin, the framework provides a visual reminder of how firms can manage the environment process, which is dynamic and complex. Product innovations is often viewed from a purely marketing perspective or without sufficient considerations of R&D or customers' needs, but entrepreneurs also play a role in this process. This case study analyzes the success and failures of Apple's new products. While some argue that Steve Jobs that has impacted Apple's innovations, it is more likely that increased competitions and reduced profits are to blame. However, Apple faced worse times in the 1990s. Jonathan Ives argues that Apple is more than one man and high levels of investment suggest a good future. Under Tim Cook's leadership, Apple made a record $42 billion in 2012 and introduced the iPad mini, which has preserved the iPad's leadership in tablets. Cook has also managed Apple's supply chain exceptionally well overall. While difficult times may lie ahead for Apple, the company has faced worse in the past, and high levels of investment suggest a positive future. Apple Incorporation was founded in 1977 by Stephen Wozniak and Stephen Jobs, with introductions of the Apple to the personal computer market. The company experienced growth with the launch of the Apple Macintosh in 1984, which used a mouse-driven operating system. Unlike other PCs that use MS-DOS, however, Microsoft licensing of its operating system to all PC manufacturers led to its dominance in the market, while Apple's decision to stay in control of its system caused its market share to plummet. By the mid-1990s, Apple has grown to a $2 billion company, but was soon overtaken by Microsoft as the dominant tech firm. In 1993, Apple launched its first completely new product in many years, the Newton Message Pad, which represented its entry into the personal digital assistance market. The Newton featured personal organizations, applications such as address book and a calendar, along with communications capabilities such as faxing and email. However, it failed partly due to a third-party developed handwriting recognitions game that was notoriously difficult to use. This represented a low point of Apple's fortunes.
Jonathan Levy is a British designer behind Apple iconic iPads and iPhones. It is hard to overestimate the influence of Jonathan Levy. He is due to receive $25 million in shares, which he was able to buy for €7 million. The money will contribute his fortune of more than €80 million. In September 2012, Levy was promoted as a bigger role at Apple, where he now oversees all product designs, hardware and software. There have also been unsuccessful products that Levy said that most of the company failures are kept far behind the scenes. He goes on, and there have been times when we've been working on program and when we are at a very mature stage and we do have solution, and you have that sinking feelings because you're trying to articulate the values to yourself and the others, just a little bit too loudly. This is probably indicate of the fact that actually it is not good enough. In interview, Levy has said that the absence of jobs has not affected the way Apple develops product. He says that we'll do it exactly the same way because there is a large group of people that work in the same way. The team is the reason that Levy believes Apple will continue to succeed. We have become rather addicted to learning as a group of people and trying to solve very difficult problems as a team. And we get enormous satisfaction from doing that. An area of criticism leveled against Apple Inc. that has also received considerable media coverage is the issue of excessive secrecy and obsessive control exerted by Apple on its suppliers.